Hi everyone, welcome to Layabove Yoga. This is the newest edition of Yoga for Figure Skaters. Now, if you're not a figure skater, you may still want to do this class. This class is really going to help you achieve or get closer to Hanumanasana or the splits pose. If you are a figure skater, however, this is a great practice if you are working on several things. Getting higher spirals, getting a Y spin, getting an I spin, and in general, it's great for leg and hip flexibility. So roll out your mat, take a deep breath, and let's get started. All you need to be able to do this practice is yourself and a yoga mat. If you don't have a yoga mat, you can lay on a towel or you can lay on the floor. However, there are two things that might be really handy if you have them with you to be able to go a little deeper in some of the poses. One of the things are yoga blocks. You can get these pretty much anywhere these days, but if you don't have them, you can use thick books or you can also use a blanket or pillows. And the second thing is a yoga belt. Again, this is the yoga belt. It does not need to be a yoga belt. It can be any belt. It can even be a scarf, like a pretty long scarf if you have one around. Go ahead and lay on your back. Bring the feet flat to the floor. Open the arms with the palms facing up towards the ceiling. And begin to move your legs a little side to side just for a moment, just to start moving the body. And notice how that feels on your low back. It may feel really good, or you might feel like there's a little bit of tension somewhere. And either way, just try to breathe deeply. And just move, maybe slow, maybe quicker, just however feels good to your body. And slowly step back at the center. As you breathe in, take your right knee towards your chest and give it a nice squeeze here. Keep pressing your left foot down to the floor. And as you exhale, bring your right ankle across the left knee and press the right knee away from you. If you feel enough sensation right on your right side, you may stay there. If you want more, take your left foot off the floor, thread the hands, catch your left leg and squeeze towards you. Take a few deep breaths here, allowing that right knee to keep pressing lightly away from you. One more breath, inhale. And exhale, release the arms, left foot comes back down to the floor, uncross the ankle and stretch your right leg up towards the ceiling. Now if you have that belt, you may want to grab your belt and bring it around the ball of your right foot. Good. And then just take a deep breath in as you really flex the foot so your heel is pressing up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, maybe the leg comes a little closer towards you. Make sure your right hip stays in the socket, it doesn't start to pop out. And here just notice how your hamstring is feeling today. There's no need to pull too tight, just allow it to feel good. And of course, if you have more room, maybe you don't need the belt and you decide to grab the back of your leg with your hands, going as close towards your right ankle as you can. One more breath, inhale. And exhale, release your right leg back down to the floor. Press the right foot down as your right knee is up towards the ceiling. Bring your left knee towards your chest. And take a moment here to squeeze that knee towards you. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, slowly cross the left ankle across the right knee. Press the left knee away. And again, notice how the left hip is feeling today. Usually the hips don't feel the same, especially when you're a figure skater. You use one side a lot more than the other. So notice the difference. You may choose to stay here or lift your right foot off the floor. Thread the hands through and catch your right shin. Press the left knee away and just breathe here for a moment. One more breath, inhale. And exhale, slowly take the right foot back down to the floor, uncross the ankle, begin to stretch your left leg up towards the ceiling. And again, notice if you'd like to use a belt around the ball of your foot to give your body a little more length and a little more space. Breathe in as you lengthen, keep the low back on the floor. And as you exhale, maybe the leg comes a little closer. And again, both legs might be really different. So be kind to your body. One more breath, inhale. And exhale, if you have the belt, release the belt. And slowly take the left leg all the way down. Feet are on the floor. Bring the arms down towards the floor, palms are facing down. Bring the feet a little closer towards your sit bones without taking them too close. Roll the shoulders back, and as you inhale, press the feet onto the floor, press the shoulders onto the floor and lift your hips up. Breathe. And as you exhale, slowly lower down. Bring both knees towards your chest. Bring the arms around the legs and give yourself a hug. Move a little side to side if that feels good on your back. Breathe in. And slowly take the arms to the inside of the legs. Begin to take the feet towards the ceiling with the knees bent and bring the hands to the outside of your feet. Keep the tailbone reaching down towards the floor. The knees are reaching out towards your armpits and the feet are flexed with the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling. Happy baby pose. Maybe you want to stay still, or maybe you want to bring a little movement by moving a little side to side. And just notice how this feels in your groins and your hips. Breathe in. And as you exhale, slowly release the feet, hug the knees back in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Stretch your left leg all the way down. Keep that left foot flexed. And keep your right knee to your chest. Now begin to do circles with your right hip. Maybe your circles are small, or maybe they're a little bit bigger. It just depends on what feels good to your body today. And some days, big circles feel really good. Some days, small circles feel really good. Lovely. Switch directions. And slowly stop at the center. Breathe in. Breathe out. Give it a little squeeze towards you. Breathe in. Begin to stretch your right leg. And unless you can grab your foot very easily, use your belt here or your scarf, whatever it is that you have. Bring it around the ball of your foot. And again, your heel is the part that's pressing up towards the ceiling and your toes are pulling down towards you. Good. Grab the belt. Breathe in. Breathe out. Maybe bring the leg a little closer. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take it closer. And when I say take it closer, maybe you move 1/4 of an inch closer. Breathe in. Keep reaching through the left heel as well. Breathe out. Maybe a little closer. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Go as deep as you possibly can right now without forcing it. Just somewhere where you feel a good amount of sensation without pain. And just take 3 deep breaths here. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Grab the belt just with the right hand. Bring your left hand to your left hip. And begin to open your right leg towards the right. Make sure that your left hip doesn't pop up. Keep it grounded and only go as far as feels good. Keep grabbing the belt. Try to turn the heel up towards the ceiling and the toes a little closer down towards the floor. Really externally rotating your right hip. Left foot stays flexed. Inhale. Exhale. Try to bring the leg as high towards your shoulder as you can. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly come back to center. And of course, if you have the space, you can do these things without your belt by grabbing your foot. Breathe in. And breathe out. Bring your knee towards the chest. Stretch your right leg all the way down. And as you inhale, bring your left knee in towards your chest. Squeeze it in for a moment. Flex the right foot and begin to do circles with that left knee. And just notice any sensations you feel in your left hip. Switch directions. Stretch the left leg up towards the ceiling. Really flex the foot. Grab your belt if you'd like. Bring the belt around the ball of your foot as you stretch the leg up. Keep both hips down to the floor. The low back is pressing down. Breathe in. Breathe out. The leg comes closer. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bring it a little closer. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Go as deep as feels comfortable and stay here. 3 breaths. On your next exhale, grab the belt just with the left hand. Right hand comes to your right hip to help it stay down. And slowly begin to open that left leg over towards the left. Good. The heel points up towards the ceiling. The toes point down towards the ground a little more. Breathe. Feel the stretch. Release any tension through the breath. One more breath, inhale. And exhale, slowly bring the left leg back. Release the belt or the hands if you grabbed it with your hands. Move the belt to the side. Bring the knee to the chest just for a moment. Squeeze it in. And slowly stretch the left leg down. Stretch the arms over your head. Flex the feet. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bring the knees towards the chest. Bring the hands behind the knees this time and rock yourself up. Cross your ankles. Bring the hands in front of you and come into hands and knees. As you come into hands and knees, take a moment here to circle your hips around the knees. 2 or 3 times each direction. Just bringing some movement to the whole body. Switch to the other direction. Good, and slowly go back to center. Keep your left leg down on the floor. Reach your right leg behind you. Flex the foot. Inhale. Exhale, the toes come down to the floor. Press the heel back. If you don't feel much here, lift your left knee off the floor and press back a little deeper. Really ground through the fingertips here so you're protecting your wrists. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower the left shin down if you lifted it. Inhale, reach your right leg up. Exhale, bring the knee towards the nose and step your right foot forward between the hands. Now here, move your left leg further back so you create more space on your left groin and on your left hip flexor. If your fingertips reach the floor easily, keep the fingertips down. If you're having trouble reaching the floor and you're a little bit like this, maybe use those blocks. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, press the hips back. Keep the length in the spine. Don't sit on your heel. Keep a 90-degree angle on the back leg. Really flex the foot. Inhale, press the hips forward. Lift the heart. Exhale, press the hips back. Inhale, press it forward. Exhale, press back. Inhale, press forward, and slowly take your right leg behind you. Ground through the fingertips again. Inhale, take the left leg back, toes down to the floor, press the heel away from you. Feel the stretch on the left leg. And if you don't feel much, again, lift your right knee just a little bit off the floor and press the heel further back. Breathe in. Breathe out, lower the right shin down. Inhale, the left leg lifts. Exhale, step the left foot between the hands. Right leg moves back, create space. If the knee is not very comfortable on your mat, you can always place a blanket under the right knee. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, open through the front body. Really feel a nice stretch through the right hip flexor. Inhale. Exhale, press the hips back, toes up towards the ceiling, half split. Inhale, press forward, lift the heart. Exhale, press back. Inhale, press forward, lift the heart. Exhale, press back, hold. Inhale, hips forward, lift the heart. And round the hands, take your left leg behind you. Now press the fingertips down, tuck the toes underneath, begin to lift the knees off the floor. And as you exhale, press the hips back and begin to stretch the legs, coming into a downward facing dog. Spread your toes and place them down strongly. And begin to walk your dog by bending the right knee and stretching the left heel down. And then switch, bend the left knee, stretch the right heel down. And keep moving side to side here, make it feel really good. Move as quick or as slow as feels nice to your body. Good, slowly press both heels down, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, look between the hands, step the right foot forward again. This time keep the left knee off the floor. You may want to grab your blocks and bring them right under your hands. As you inhale, lift the heart. And as you exhale, press the hips back, lift your right toes off the floor. Inhale, press it forward, lift the heart. Exhale, press it back. Inhale, press forward, lift the heart. Exhale, press back, lift the toes, hold. Maybe fold your body over the right leg. Maybe move the blocks forward, creating more length. Inhale, bend the front knee, move the blocks back right under the shoulders. Exhale, move the blocks out of the way, hands pressed down. Now scoop your right leg up and back, coming into a three-legged dog. The foot stays flexed, the toes are pointing down to the floor. Reach that leg as high as you can, breathe in. Breathe out, bring your right foot next to the left. Deep inhale. Exhale, left foot between the hands. Blocks under your hands if you have them. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, press the hips back, left toes lift. Inhale, press forward. Exhale, press back. Inhale, press forward, lift the heart. Exhale, press back, fold over your left leg if you have the space. Maybe move the arms a little more forward. One more breath. Inhale, press the hips forward. Move the blocks out of the way. Press the hands down onto the floor. Lift your left leg up and back. Three-legged dog. Flex the foot. Lift as high as that leg wants to go with the hips square. And exhale. Take your left foot to meet the right in downward dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come into a plank pose. Now untuck the toes. Lift your chest up as your hips come down. Make sure that your thighs stay off the ground. Open through the chest. Inhale. Exhale, press the hips back again, downward dog. Inhale, take your right leg up. Exhale, bring your right foot between the hands. Keep your hips nice and square, keep pressing your left heel back. Inhale, the arms rise. Exhale, sink down, really press your left hip forward and your right hip back. Deep breath in. Exhale, open the arms, interlace the fingers behind you. As you inhale, your heart lifts up. As you exhale, lean forward, ground through your right foot, fly up into a spiral. Lift your leg as high as it wants to go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Begin to take the hands towards the floor or your blocks and fold into standing split. And it doesn't matter if your left leg doesn't go super high. Just bring your chest as close to your right leg as you can. And exhale, step your left foot all the way back. Step your right foot all the way back. Downward dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Take your left leg up behind you. Lift it up. Breathe out. Step your left foot between the hands. Find a nice strong stance here. Inhale, the arms lift up. Exhale, sink down. Really bend through the front knee. Press your right hip forward, left hip back. Deep breath in. Exhale, take the arms all the way around you. Interlace the fingers. Reach the heart up in the breath in. And on the breath out, lean forward. Ground through your left foot. Fly up. Take a nice spiral. Stretch yourself. Press down into your left foot. Inhale. Exhale, release the arms, bring them down to the floor. Fold over the left leg, standing split. And exhale, step your right foot back, left foot back. Come down to your knees. Bring your big toes together and your knees apart and come into a child's pose. One more breath. Inhale, begin to lift yourself back up. Good. Press the fingertips down, lift the hips. Breathe in, right leg up, left heel presses down to the floor. Breathe out, step the right foot forward. Now from here, take your left knee down to the floor. And there's a couple of things that you can do here to make this easier. If you have very long leggings, I don't because my legs are long, you can bring the leggings around your heel to help your heel slip. Otherwise, you can just use a blanket, or if you have a wooden floor, it also slips pretty well. Breathe in, lift your chest. Breathe out, press the hips back. Now notice here how your hips are nice and squared to the front. Your right toes are up. And if you want to make sure that your hips are staying square in your split, tuck the back toes just for a few moments. And then from here, start to slip your right leg forward. Now maybe this is where you stay. If that's the case, there's two things you can do. One thing is bring the blocks under your hands here for support. If you want to do it a little bit differently, you can grab your block and place it anywhere under your leg and kind of sit on that block, yeah? And if you want to take it deeper, keep taking it deeper. You can keep the blocks under your hands for support and try to keep the upper body straight up. Breathe. Maybe after a few breaths, you feel how your split deepens. Keep those hips nice and square. Remember, if you're not sure, tuck the back toes. If the back toes can tuck, your hips are square. Breathe in. Breathe out. Maybe move the blocks and begin to fold forward. Maybe the elbows come down. If you have more space, maybe your whole body comes down. 3 breaths. And slowly bring yourself up. Whew, take that right leg back. Move your hips a little. Let's go for the other side. So begin by tucking the toes, lifting the hips, down dog. Breathe in, left leg lifts. Breathe out, left foot between the hands. Right knee comes down. Take a deep breath in as you find the blocks, lower the hips a little. And as you breathe out, press the hips back. Now again, the hips are nice and square, maybe the back toes, the right foot, are tucked. And begin to slide the left leg forward. And notice here, is one side much better than the other? I'll tell you right now, this side is not that great for me, and that's okay. Keep your breath nice and deep. And maybe after a few breaths, you notice you can move a little deeper. Keep your chest as high up as you possibly can with the hands below the shoulders. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, begin to fold over that left leg. Maybe you keep the hands on the blocks and you fold forward this way. Maybe the forearms or the hands come down to the floor. Maybe you fold deeper over that left leg. Breathe. One more breath. And inhale. Slowly bring yourself up. Take your left leg behind you. Big toes together, knees apart, child's pose. Inhale, bring yourself up. Slowly find an all fours position again. And as you inhale, lift your right leg behind you. And as you exhale, bring your right knee towards the outside of your right wrist. Stretch your left leg as far back as feels good, keeping the toes, the back toes on the floor. And lower your hips down. Maybe your right foot moves a little bit more forward if you have a little more room today. Lengthen through the left leg. Breathe in, lift the heart. And breathe out, begin to fold forward. Maybe you come down to the forearms. Or if you have more room, maybe the arms stretch all the way forward and the forehead comes down to the floor. Take a couple breaths here. One more breath. And slowly bring the hands back towards you. Lift the chest. Press the back toes back and switch sides. So your left knee comes to the outside of the left hip. Stretch the right leg back. Keep the toes tucked for a moment to make sure your hips are nice and square. Lift the heart, breathe in. Maybe move the left foot a little forward. And as you breathe out, begin to find your full expression of pigeon. Maybe you bring the forearms down to the floor. Maybe you stretch the arms all the way forward, forehead down. Breathe. One more breath. And slowly rise up. Roll towards your left hip, bring your legs around. Good. Go ahead and stretch your right leg out to the side and bring your left foot towards the center of your hips. Bring the right arm to the inside of the right leg, and as you inhale, take the left shoulder back and bring your left hand behind your head. Roll the shoulder back a little more. Really aim your left elbow up towards the ceiling. Maybe you stay here. Hi, Hummer. Or maybe you reach that left arm over towards the right. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. If you can grab your foot or not, it's completely irrelevant. Just reach the arm that way. And if you practice this enough, you'll notice one of these days you will grab your foot. Inhale, come all the way up. And let's switch sides. Right foot comes in. Left leg stretches out. Bring the left arm to the inside of the left leg. Roll the right shoulder back. Maybe the right hand comes behind the head. Elbow up. Open up. Breathe deeply. And again, you might stay here, or maybe the right arm begins to stretch over towards the left. Breathe. Inhale, slowly come back up to center. Good. Good, now from there, bring your legs back in. And go ahead and grab your right leg and bring it in towards you. Flex the foot and move a little side to side. Now, if this feels like enough for you today, you may stay here. If you want a little bit more, and you're working on your Y, this is a great exercise. Bring the right arm to the inside of the right leg and take that right leg up as high as you can onto your right arm. Now, you may use the belt here, or if you have more room, grab the outside of the foot with the left hand and begin to stretch the leg. This is called compass pose. And only stretch the leg as much as feels good. Maybe look over to the left. Breathe deeply. One more breath. And exhale slowly. Lower that right leg down. Let's do the other side. Bring the left foot in towards you. Hug it in. Flex the foot. Lengthen the spine and maybe stay here. If you want a little more, and again, different sides might feel different ways, so maybe you didn't use the belt on the other side and you need to use the belt on this side, and that's totally fine. Take the left arm to the inside of the left leg, take the left leg as high up towards your shoulder as you can, bring the belt around the foot, or grab the outer side of your foot with your right hand. And as you inhale, begin to stretch the leg only as far as it wants to go. Breathe. One more breath, inhale. And exhale, slowly lower down. Good. And slowly make your way into hands and knees. We have 2 more downward dogs to go. Tuck the toes, lift the knees off the floor. As you inhale, take the right leg up behind you. And as you exhale, step the right foot forward between the hands. Left knee comes down. Now from there, turn the left foot towards the right. Bring the right arm to the inside of the right leg. Now, you may need a belt here. This one's fairly difficult for some people. Now, begin to walk your right foot a little over towards the left and grab the outer side of your foot with your belt or with your left hand. Press down into your left hand and begin to stretch. Breathe. One more breath. And exhale, slowly, slowly, slowly come down. Good, bring the hands to frame the foot. Square the hips, lift the left knee. Turn towards the long side of the mat. Toes are pointing completely forward. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold over the legs. Relax your neck for a moment. Press the feet down into the floor. Inhale, lengthen the spine, turn towards the left foot, and step back to your last downward dog. Breathe in. Lift the left leg. Breathe out, step the left foot between the hands. Right knee comes down. Turn the right foot towards the left. Bring the left arm to the inside of the left foot. And then again, notice here, do I need a belt? Maybe you do, and that's totally fine. Grab the outer side of your foot with your hand or with your belt and begin to stretch that leg. Breathe. One more breath. And exhale very gently. Put that foot down. Square the hips, bring your left leg back. Big toes together, knees apart. Child's pose. And slowly lift yourself back up. and you are all done. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice today. I really hope that if you do these exercises often, it will really help you achieve better spirals, splits, the spin Y and the spin I. Those are all fairly difficult variations, and flexibility is super important in figure skating. So please leave in the comments below if these exercises are helping you. If you know any other exercises that you like to do that have really helped you, I would love to know them as well. And if you like the video, please leave me a thumbs up, or you can even subscribe to my channel. I will certainly be posting more figure skating videos more often. I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you for joining me. See you next time.